2016 and is really, really serious about making this project a success, just like Ta, just like all the other leaders. And you know, for a while, yes, he wasn't around because he had some personal issues to deal with. But at the end of the day, there is something special about this project. There's something special about what we are doing that people literally don't want to see. And this is something that is special. This is something that a lot of other companies don't have. And you know, this young man, he is really the Somalian country manager, but he has a network also in the UK and several other countries, a very, very big network. And he is one that is very, what should I say, Michelle? He is steadfast in his belief. You know, I mean, he would come with a wealth of knowledge, tell you exactly what we have to look forward to, and give you the excitement that you need. So without further ado, I must mention that he is a businessman. He is in the field of retail, you know, import, export. So he has a wealth of knowledge, and we are only so delighted to have him tonight on our Caribbean mentorship call. So without further ado, we introduce to you Mr. Sahid Abdi, all the way from the UK on our show tonight. So Sahid, it's up to you.
All over to you.
All over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ivan, Michelle. Hello to you, friends from the Caribbean. My name is Said Abdi, as Ivan introduced me. I'm really happy to meet the family again. So basically, we are all in one vision, one dream, and we're all excited every day that we are continuing the same project for the last 6 years plus. I am really part of this project since early 2016. The reason I joined this project, I have seen the vision. I'm really watched one of the program that Dr. Ruja herself was presenting in the UK. And I said, really, this is very interesting. And I started educating myself more and learning the project. Every day, I got more knowledge about what is happening around the world when it comes the unbanking society. And when I heard that this company, the whole idea was that banking for the unbanked, it really excited me a lot. So I take part to a lot of events happening around the world, many countries. I met so many different people. And all these people, what is connecting us together is a vision. And that really gives me a lot of hope that all these people didn't come for no reason together. We all have the same vision. We all have the same dream. And at the end of the day, if this project is going to serve the people all over the world, I said this is really something worth to learn, to understand more. And even if it comes giving our support, I said this something really worth it. And that's why I continue to work with this project. And I'm really mentoring people mainly in Africa, especially the country I come from, Somalia. And people are really learning every day that this is the revolution that the world needed today. So we're all excited. We're really willing to learn even more what is about to come for the future. And we all know the reality. This is just the beginning. And it's not easy if any company or any organization trying to build a project all over the world is challenging itself. So really, we've been experiencing so many situations, and it's normal because whenever you need something big, you have to prepare for every situation. So that's why I personally like when there's a lot of challenge, so there's something interesting in it, and it doesn't make me shake whatever reason it is. So my friends, I'm glad that we're all here at the end of the day for the same project, for the same vision. And I would like to share with you a small presentation, which I really wanted to highlight a few really things I wanted to draw your attention. For example, when you have a look at this One Life ecosystem, when I go to the event was happening in Plovdiv, Bulgaria, it was really fascinating what we have experienced. We have seen the company who are really willing to work with the project, with the network, with the leaders, with the members all over the world. And that was really very security for many people who came there, and to see that the company IT presenting themselves in front of everybody and show us a lot of things that the company is planning and they have done. The new launch of the website, they present us in the event of Plovdiv that was really good. And there is a new system. For example, if you want to log in your account, it's definitely a new dashboard. And there's more as well, will come for January. So while we have one ecosystem, the company, the name will be One Ecosystem. All of us will be under that project. And One Life is part of that network. And of course, the rest of the project. And one thing we all need to understand, we need to understand and accept the system. The system we all know is the main and the key is the financial education. We all know there is so many countries around the world need for the real fintech education. And we have a global network, more than 3.5 million. And that means we are already a small country, like a small country. We have more network than many countries in the world at the present. And these people coming together all over the world, if we really understand the project, how the project is working, it's already really something fascinating and interesting. And we can make a lot of change in this way. So one of the reasons personally I interested being part of this project is given the opportunity and the chance. Many people, which is almost 50% of the adult people living in the world, there is no banking system for them. So if we have today a technology which will give us the chance to trade globally, it is something that the people need to use it. We will use it and we will welcome. For example, if I just give you explanation, short explanation, my country is Somalia. The neighboring country is Uganda, which I visited myself. There is something called mobile payment. These countries, they are using the payments, small transaction and big transaction at the same time. These people, they already using mobile payment. Some of the countries, like my country, all the system is 100% mobile payment. So you imagine educated person and non-educated person, they all know how to use the mobile payment. So that means the world is adopting and already understanding that the technology is taking over. And if we really train ourselves to use our coin and understand sending to anyone all over the world, this will give us a security when it comes for the exchange for the future. Because just think, if this company comes to the exchange and we have people, almost 10 million members all over the world using the system, that will give us a stable coin. That's what we need. That is the vision. And people already ready to accept and to adapt. The only thing they need that is that the leaders and the members, which are the present, to understand the system, have the necessary training and use the usability. We have a beautiful one ecosystem, which I really like. which is giving us all the tools we need to operate and to work. For example, the One Life network, it's connecting us wherever we are in the world. That's the people. Without the people, there is no business. So we need to continue growing. We have a goal, which is 10 million members all over the world. And that was the first plan of the company, that the members should reach up to 10 million members. So we will continue to receive all these members all over the world, but we need to work hard, and we need to trust the system, and we need to work passionate to continue and educating people all over the world. And we need 1 million merchants. So that 1 million merchants will give us the opportunity that the deal shaker will become the most and the #1 cryptocurrency usability all over the world, which is really great. So we have all these tools together, and we need us to take it serious, because at the end of the day, this is our own business, it's our company, it's our vision, it's our dream. So we really need to work hard to make this project to work. One of the things people really interested today, for example, if I'm giving a presentation, I present in a simple way. One of the things is the fintech, financial technology. So people need the financial and the technology education. So we already have a system which is already prepared by the company, where we can receive our financial education, all the levels, from level 1 up to level 7. So we should do this with passionate. We should do this with 100% confident. We should accept as a members the way the system is being prepared. We cannot say we like this part and we don't want this part, because this is a package. So that's why we say the first and the key thing is the financial education. Because the experience I had personally, we have so many countries around the world, which is already wealthy countries. But the problem, if you look today, they live in a poor situation. And why? Because simply, these people didn't have the fundamental, basic level of education. That's why we need to be confident, understand, and making people to aware what is about to come, the financial revolution and the cryptocurrency. And the way to go forward is the education. At the same time, we have the blockchain education up to level 3, and it's really amazing. I already got my level 1 blockchain. I read it. It's really amazing. It opens my eyes. I understand a lot. So that's why I always believe learning the first thing before you think about the money is the key. At the same time, we have the chance to receive educated minors. And the only way we can reach globally, when we have people who are well educated, understand the concept A to B, and know what they're doing. But if we have 10 million members, 1 million merchants with no fundamental basic knowledge about what they are part of, that means a blind person trying to walk. That's impossible. So that's why we need our people to have the education, because we are a global community. We have different networks all over the world, in Europe, Africa, Asia, far of Australia. So all these people, they need to work together. But what is connecting us? What make these people to believe the vision and the system? That's why the companies keep repeating, you need to educate the people, the system. And the most beautiful and the most fascinating thing, I even interested more, is the e-commerce platform. You have the coin, you have the e-commerce platform, which is the deal shaker, and you can use your coin. And there's something very interesting. The Vietnam event, January 2022, the company will announce, which will be the new launch of the new deal shaker 4.0. So I want to be there, the first person to be there, because I want to see that moment. And when you understand, and we have seen the video, of the Deal Shaker demo, when the IT themselves present in Plovdiv event, it looks really amazing. We all love it. And we said, if this happened, this is what we all been waiting for. So what do you need? If you already have your coin, and at the same time you have the deal shaker with the merchants, even if you use 20 to 30%, you are winning. If you have the franchisee in your country, they're doing the work, because the work is not only for one person who is the franchisee, it's a teamwork effort. So if you all work together to make sure that all of you understand to make this process to work, you all winning. So that's why we all need to work with the country manager. And the franchisee system means you own your business. It's your country, it's your deal shaker platform, and you need to educate confidently with the merchants to accept the coin. No problem, even if it's 10%, that if you combine all of the country, that will make a lot of huge difference, especially you and the rest of the world. That's why we need to focus. All countries, we're working together, all leaders, all country managers, we are all united. We all presenting to each other. For example, like Ivan, he's a great leader. Michelle, they're always standing and supporting for the company. And that's why we have so many members of leaders all over the world, really committed 100% that this project to become successful. So this is the new deal shaker the company presented us in Plovdiv event. As you see here, it looks a very professional website. It's really interesting the way the company and the IT are working very hard to make sure that this website and this platform to become one of the most professional platform you can find on e-commerce platform around the world. So they work in day and night. I have seen myself on the company office. They're really working this project for the new deal shaker to make sure that every step and every detail is taken care of. And you can see it will be working with different cryptocurrency, for example, the BTC and ETH, as you can see from the screen. And the company is planning to have different exchange. And this exchange means the company will be working as a partner or cooperating with the other exchanges. So if you have any other coin, it means you can use with to buy product from the new deal shaker. And at the same time, you can buy with your one coin. And at the same time, there will be so many other fiat currencies in your local currency. They keep adding all the time. So there will be more currencies available in your region, in your country. And this is really something we all said. If the company is taking serious, the project, if we have already the system, we have the members all over the world really interested in this project. There is no reason for us to turn our back to the company, as many people did in the past, because in the first place, we all believe the vision. We all here people to change their life for better. And if there is a challenge, it's normal, but if the system is here, we will be here. We will not go anywhere. So the question is this: we all understand that the company is committed at the moment to support us and to make sure that the project it's working and functioning. And if the company give us the opportunity for all of us to run the business as our own business in your own country, for the deal shaker, if you want to work as a businessman, selling products in the deal shaker, absolutely you have this chance for you to work as a merchant. If you need to work with this project as a network marketing, if you want to educate the people, if you feel excited speaking different people, training leaders, educating yourself every day, because every day you are working and presenting globally, you will have questions from yourself, you will have questions from other people, and you will think what is need to be developed in the future, the way you do in the business. This will give you the confidence for you to become the entrepreneur and presenting global business to every single country. And what you're presenting, we all need to understand before we present, because we simply promoting educational company. And the company, whenever the person joined the system, they got the token. And when they receive the token from the company, they mine the coin. What is it called? Educated miner. At the same time, they use the deal shaker, which is really super and is legitimate in this way. But if we make promises, we make the project to be get rich quick scheme, we need people to have the correct information. We need people to trust the system. We need a reliable company. We need reliable leaders all over the world. So in this way, if we all work together as one and educate ourselves, we will be non-stoppable. And I'm really glad in this project, myself and so many other people all over the world, that we have new friends, new countries all over the world, all the continents, that we are working all side by side. We all have the same project at the end of the day. We all wanted this project to become successful. If there's so many people in the past didn't join the project, just maybe some of them they joined for their own reason. Some people join for money. Some people they join maybe in short time. But there's so many leaders at the moment believe the project, take to their heart that this project to work. They are willing to help their members all over the world. They are willing to help the merchants. And if the merchant receive all over the world the consumer, that's really good marketing. As a business person, you will understand this is very good. So if you have something to offer global, it is good for you. If you have something to offer your region, it is good for you as a merchant. The world is becoming now digital. Now, if you look Amazon, if you look eBay and Alibaba, all this platform, the COVID time for the lockdown period, their profit was unbelievable. It was really skyrocketing, the achievement they received in this period. And the world now understand it's going to become technology. So what do we have here? We have cryptocurrency, we have e-commerce platform, and this is the latest technology. So we don't have to fear, we don't have to slow down, we have to be very fast, but at the same time, we have to be really learning very well and educating all your friends wherever they are in the world. And take this business into your heart, believe it. Test the system, use as a business, have your own merchant, no matter what you sell, start from small, test the system, use your coin, see if the coin you receive the transaction. So when we're doing something, we have to do passionate. Yes, we don't have to feel pressure of the time, when the exchange will happen, when will I receive fiat, because at the end of the day, we all have a fiat currency all over the world, but we all know there is a problem. And if we know that the fiat is a problem, why do we all keep looking back? Something we all know, we need to move on. So there is no question, people in the end of the day, they will all use the cryptocurrency all over the world, because we have been experiencing that the last 10 years, there is more users for cryptocurrency. We all know there is so many different ideas. So if you have amazing idea, for example, our company, if you have something to offer to the world, we are welcome. But if we have real challenge, that means is the end? No. If you have challenge, if you feel you've been tested, that's the best time for you to come over. And that's what the company show, strength to stand its feet. And it's one of the most difficult things is to to make a solution global. It's not possible. It's really very difficult, very challenging. And the company, the best thing they did, they really show pension. The patient, because when the company is patient for their vision and they continue the project and they didn't collapse for 6 years, that is something really amazing. I'm really glad that the company still continue. I'm glad that all leaders, they are still believe the system, like Captain King James. I've seen him myself in Sofia. He's really working very hard, helping the IT, helping the corporate. He's helping for the all network. Really strong person. I have to give him the credit for the hard work he's doing. He stands in front of everyone, showing the correct information. And that is what we call superhuman, because at the end of the day, if you believe something is good, you don't have to wait someone else to do what is right. If you think this is good, it's for you to say, I'm not going to wait someone else to fix it. There's a problem, I'm going to fix it. And our problem, I would say, it is we didn't understand the system. All we're comparing other companies to this company. Every company have their own agenda, they have their own vision, and the company have its own plan. And the company make it clear, our coin, our system, our e-commerce, it is not for just to exchange to a fiat, it's for usability. But once we understand and accept that, and we work really hard to make the project and the system to cycle and to work, the exchange will come. The company said that clearly. The exchange is going to happen. But what we need to do first, we need to do the proper way. And the proper way is to make the members to increase the number of to 10 million and to have 1 million merchants, and the exchange will happen. So that's understandable, because more people you have and more merchants you have, more your coin to become stable. So my friends, I'm glad that I'm here with you. I'm more happy to work with different people all over the world, because at the end of the day, we have one vision. If our dream and our company to work, it is, we can say, one day we make a choice to become a project which was really challenging to be part of. And we will say one day, we all had a hope and dream that this big dream, because to imagine something like this, it's beyond imagination, because it's really something big, because you see the presentation, it's happening in Latin America, it's happening in Africa, it's happening in Europe, at the same time it's happening in Australia. So sometimes things cool down, because now the whole world is cooled down because of the COVID-19. There's no travel, there's no events, there's no meeting. That's normal. But when things gets back to normal, that is the time we're expecting the big momentum will be skyrocketing like never before. So my friends, I'm really glad you have me. The great leaders, Ivan and Michelle. I know you are really amazing leaders. You always stand and support what is right. There's no one can question your leadership. I'm sure wherever you are working, you can make a huge success. I personally love to work with you, to present with you. It's a pleasure that we all met in this great project. And I'm wishing that Caribbean, that you become the lead, because we all know that the Caribbean, I think, was the first country to receive the franchisee. And we want you to be the leader of this amazing project. But you need to sit down with your great leaders like Ivan, like Michelle. And I really like what Captain King James is doing at the moment, leading for the whole network. And we need to see so many heroes like this from the Caribbean. So think yourself as a leader, not as a follower, because the leader is someone who will stand and say, this is my project and this is my company. And I'm going to come up with a solution where I can work passionately and tell the people what is correct, which is the true vision of the company, educating the people. And whoever have their own account, their coin, they will increase the stable of the coin for the future, because at the end of the day, these people will become a user. So that's what we need. Thank you very much again for great leadership, Ivan and Michelle. Thanks for having me. And I'm really wishing you very great success in your region. And at the same time, I know that you are helping all over the world. Your region is already beyond where you are. You are global leaders for now. Thank you again, my friends.
Wow. Awesome. Thank you so much, Sahid. You know, we can ask for anything more because you spoke from the heart and you really gave us something to think about. And that is one of the reasons why we are having these mentorship calls for this week, because we really want our people to think about what happened and some of the things that we can look forward to with our spectacular company. You know, Michelle had some observations that she wanted to highlight.
Yeah.
I love your advice to the community, to everyone, that we should all decide what the project means to ourselves, to an individual.
Yes.
And whatever that means to you or to us, each individually, we have to step up. We have to look for the solution and internalize the project as it is. I love the fact, Saeed, again, when you attend, and last night I said this with Todd, when you attend an event in network marketing or at any event, there is always something that resonates with you that someone says. And it helps you to push forward. It helps you to push forward. And the fact that you're reminding us that our company has a certain vision, we are different to other companies. Our goal is to help. And it resonates with your goal, because I heard you said from the beginning that you want to help the unbanked. Yes? You want to change some people's lives. And I like that. I love that's a reminder to all of us, because the projects out there may not fall in line with how this company operates. Two other things I want to say is that I realized that if I had to say, give an advice to the members and the leaders on the call, because everyone is a leader, I would say from Saeed, I heard acceptance and gratitude. He accepted certain things. He accepted certain things weren't met. We had obstacles. We had, different situations. But he had gratitude when he went to the event and he saw that the company is willing to still be here. And that is something. Because when you accept what is here, we can't change anything that has happened in the past. So we accept it. We wouldn't bother our minds. We wouldn't lose sleep. We wouldn't do certain things. We wouldn't argue, because we have accepted it. But we are grateful. And because of gratitude, we want to move forward, because you're here and King James has the network and so forth. I really love that. And, surprisingly, a girlfriend of mine wrote an article for women. She says it's women empowering, and she mentioned the same thing that has been taking her through rough year, one last year and this year, because of the pandemic. And I want to say this company is really shaping us and giving us the fortitude to move forward. And Saeed, I have met you personally, and I know you have had many obstacles, because I know about some obstacles in UK, negatives and so forth. And yet you're here still pushing forward. And you made it your duty. You took the time to go to the company, to go to that event, to fortify yourself. If this project is what you would want to continue in, and you have done it. So I thank you for that, because it encourages us. And yes, I look forward to working with you. We always look forward to working with different ones, because I may not have all the answers, and that's why we are bringing other perspectives, global, from you, and maybe we may be able to add value to members in your organization as well, UK and Somalia, and I can imagine where else. So thank you very much. Ivan?
Yes, I asked her this question last night, and you had many challenges, as Michelle said. Your network has been greatly affected by a lot of the negatives. Why do you persist? Why do you, Sahid, persist with this project?
Thank you, Michelle, for your great words. I always know you really say a lot of, you speak from your heart. Ivan, thank you very much for your great question. Um, you know, as a human, we all have different opinion. So people have different vision. So the way we all see is different. So there's a lot of people in the network. They really, their expectation, what they were expecting. So many of them, they think we didn't met what we expected. But in my situation, in the first time I joined the project, I had a vision, which is if this project takes maybe 10 to 15 years or 20 years, but in the end, if this project to work, this is really something interesting to work for. And I didn't join because for money. I joined because of what this project can do for people. So we all experienced as leaders, there's so many people take part of this project. I personally see that they came to the project, opened their mind, and now they're successful. They are entrepreneurs, they have their own business, and they're doing great. And was one of the things I personally wanted to do. So if I can change one person's life, that's enough for me. I'm not looking to change the whole world. One person is enough. But that one person can make a big difference. If I just give you example, Nelson Mandela, if I just give you Mahatma Gandhi, it's just one person, but they make the world. I'm talking about recently. I'm not going to go 1,000 years. Yes, I'm talking what happened for the last 100 years. These individuals make a big difference. And the world we are living today is a free world. For example, if you have idea, a new project can change people's life. My opinion, there's no one can stop you. So I don't see if this project is going to take 15 years, but in the end, if this project becomes successful, I said this is the moment we all been waiting for. That's what keeps me to see the bigger picture, not to look for the short term, but to see the long term for the future. And that's what kept me going. So as long as the company is going, I'm happy. And I'm happy to continue.
Yes. What was one of the most striking things when you went to Bulgaria at that event? What stood out to you as one of the most striking things after so long?
If I be honest with you, sometimes it's good to be open. We all face so many lies around us. One of the things was really what makes me really surprised was the media. They were people saying the company office moved from the they taken all the things. They just take one car in front of the office. Personally, I didn't buy that, but at the same time, it affects so many people trust. And this is one of the things I see when people try to make false information, how they can impact people believe. So I went myself to the office. It is the same office and everything the same as I knew it. But this time I go somewhere I have never been, which is the top floor where the IT and the company is operating. Yeah, that was even more for me to see. So I said myself, if this information make a lot of people trust, they lose their hope and their trust because of false information. Whatever is happening, there is a lot of this, impacting for people trust. So personally, that was one of the things. It gives me a real lesson that what people misinformation can mislead the people. And the other thing is when I see the IT team presenting the new deal shaker, they said we're not doing this project with the company for money, because they said we believe the technology. They said we believe the digital is taking over the world. And they said we are young, educated. Really, you can see they are passionate. They said if we work with the company and make this project, the Deal Shaker, one of the best projects in the world, and the company becomes successful, this is the moment we're all looking for, not for money, because people need reputation. They can say, wow, we work with this great project, yes, and we make their dream to come to reality. So this is what the people are working for. So if we all working for money, I think we're not going to make big difference. But if we are working for something bigger than money, which is reputation, the respect, the dream, and the vision, this can make an impact. So that's one of the things makes me really more excited when I see the IT, how dedicated they are, and willing to help the company.
How did it feel to see Michael back in and is right now the global distributor, the global ambassador?
To be honest with you, I have always a lot of respect. People like Mihail, we all know what it takes to be always top of the game, because they really work hard. They're passionate. One thing I respect Mihail is he always, wherever I see him, wherever there is event, wherever there's something happening, he always there.
Yeah.
And he always like to help the company with his support.
Yes.
And he believed the vision. So that is one of the respect I have for Mihail. I have seen him so many places, so many trainings, so many events all over the world.
We can.
This time,
Yes.
yeah. This time he have a bigger goal. I'm sure if I share with you, a lot of people will jump. But I don't want to say it before he mentioned this. I'm sure he will mention. But he have something every person in this network has been thinking or dreaming about. And this is his mission. And I see the guy, he's been doing his homework. He convinced the company. He convinced himself 1000%. And when I see that, it's something we all wanted to happen. Not only us, even the people surrounding us all over the world. It's something they keep looking. Is this going to happen? So I like his role. And at the same time, he want to help with the company and he want to help with the network. So I'm really happy to see the progress he will make for the near future.
Yes. Yeah, we were excited too when he made that appearance, because we were in a lot of events with him, and he's always someone who has a really, really good handle on exactly where the company is going. Always, always, never wavered from that aspect. So we were so happy to see that, and it gave us a little more confidence that hey, the company is really trying all that it can to make this project work. And I think that is something that we as IMAs should always take to the bank. Always take that to the bank. All right. So thank you so much, Sahid. It was wonderful to have you on. I know that you're making a big sacrifice because in the UK, it's just about, what, 2 o'clock?
Almost 2 a.m.
So I know it's a big, big sacrifice. I don't know if anyone here has any questions for Sahid.
Yeah. Before you ask anyone, you mentioned one life at a time. I actually just was inviting some other members on the call, and one of the leaders, he's on the call. He'll be hearing me, Miss Eric, and he said he's in, and I said great. That all we need is one life to affect one life. Because only he answered and said he's there. So I said only one life, and you know what? We learned from a greater man, our Lord. Oh, good Lord, years ago. All it took was one person to make a difference in all our lives. So I had to slip and go back a couple more years than you. You went back about 100. So if I do not know if anyone in the panelists would like to ask Saeed
any questions at all? One
or
question.
make a comment or anything like
Or
that.
make a comment, yeah. All right, just let me check the chats and see. All right, okay. Well, Syed, it has been wonderful. Again, thank you so much from the bottom of our heart for making the sacrifice to be on this call. And we know that you have added tremendous value. And we really wish all the best for you in this project because we are all rooting for one outcome, the success of this project, all of us. So with that, we say thank you, everyone. Good night again. We can't wait to see you in person, Syed, at some major event. If it's in January in Vietnam, we will be there. But keep going, keep striving, and keep building this business. So with that,
there's no other way.
Thank you. We thank you
we
very
thank you.
much.
I see Noel Emmanuel Jack is back on. I don't know if he wants to ask any question before we leave. I think he was trying to.
Ivan, good night. Michelle, good night. Are you all hearing me?
Yes, we are.
All right. I don't have any question particular to ask, but I thank the goodly gentleman there for lending his expertise and giving us an overview as to the competency and the comprehensive ecosystem of our great project. It's really a great project, and notwithstanding the challenges that we face, the obstacles, the difficulties, the negativity, this is one of the best projects ever in the history of human civilization or blockchain technology, and of course our network, right? We have a huge network. We have a usable coin. We have a stable coin. It's a wonderful project. So I congratulate Mr. Sahid, is his name?
Yes.
Congratulate him, and I congratulate also Ivan and Michelle and all our great leaders, including Cordell King James, who have been working so hard, setting up all hours of the night and networking all around the world to make this a success. May we all continue to keep the faith and to be strong and to fight on with courage and honor, right? So I thank you, sir, for taking off your time, for deliberating with us and inspiring us, motivating us, and encouraging us to stay focused. So thank you very much, everyone.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. And I believe really and truly this start over, this reset is the correct way from the beginning that Dr. Ruja wanted this whole project to go. And because of that, it will be successful. Because we were speaking, we actually had a meeting with another individual earlier today, and he has a project sort of similar, and he was saying how difficult, how absolutely difficult it is to do a project like this, because as you unravel something else happened that you really didn't think of. And every other thing that comes up, it could cause the whole project to actually fall.
Not only that, he added some of the things that Saeed would have mentioned with regards to like a project with the Day Shaker.
Yeah.
How expensive it is for the IT, for a development of something like this, to create wallets, just creating the wallets,
yes.
It is very expensive. So sometimes we, as I said before, we sometimes think it's easy, or
it's a magic wand.
It's just easy, yeah. But you don't understand because you're not in the world. You just don't understand the IT world. And you know what, Saeed, I noticed you mentioned the D Shaker, but last night when Ta was on, Ta, being an accountant, went into the finance, and it just showed the scope of the people that are inside and why the project will be so dear to their heart. Because one may look at the payment, you said about bringing payments and helping the unbanked, and that is where the D Shaker will come in, where you could shop, you don't need a credit card, you could actually do certain things, and So I really want everyone to study, well, to consider and really appreciate the fact our company is still here. We have the right leaders still here, I would say, the ones that love the project and are committed.
Yes.
And we have a
Fighting.
captain, and as Star showed, we have 3 different individuals at different hands of the company. And I believe much more is going to be
Added.
added as time go on. And Saeed, you just agree with Tar, this project is still young. So you came in thinking 15 years. And I was thinking,
It was, when I joined, I think the company was a baby. It was just when it started. And
Yeah.
I could say I personally grow with the company, and I have seen a lot. And the people, they are part of the company, it doesn't mean they have seen a lot in the system, how things is working. But when you really take the information, always you have to look where the real information, the real resource is. But if you listen what the media and what everyone is saying, that can give you a lot of information which will affect your belief. And we are human. We all have feeling, we have emotion. Sometimes we judge something in wrong direction. It doesn't mean the people who really been misled, they against the company, but I believe personally they didn't do their own diligence. So if I need to take information, that's why I make the commitment to travel, to see the company itself, the IT, to see the office, because at the end of the day, everyone have their own opinion, everyone they have their own will, which is what is driving them. Everyone have their own reason why they joined this project in the first place. So that's why you see so many people, when they didn't meet their why or their reason, they left. And I have seen so many people think this project, maybe it's too slow, and they come up with their own plan to make things more faster. And we all know where they end up. So that's why we need sometimes to be patient, to accept the system.
yeah.
And as a leaders, we need to know our role. We're not here to make promise.
Yes.
We do our job as a passionate. What we do as a leader is we just educate the people. And there's nothing wrong educating people and opening their mindset. So what we need is we need millions of people around the world who are really willing to change their life. And the key thing they need to start, it's just simple, self-development and educating themselves. And be truthful. And when it comes to truthful, before you being truthful to someone else, the first thing you need to be truthful is to yourself. Understand, ask yourself the correct questions. If you really think there is, if you look in exchange or quick money, you sometimes have to think alternative. But if you really look in a process, you want to grow with educating yourself, educating the people, real usability, this is what the company is standing for. So that's why I always tell to the people, do not fill yourself with the wrong imagination. Always think what is suitable and possible question for the company, and then you will get the real answer.
All right, great.
Great.
Well,
Thank you.
Nothing more to be added to that.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
again, we say thank you so much, Saeed, and we look forward to probably another session with you sometime later on. But until then, we wish everyone on this call a good night, Godspeed, and have a fantastic week. And see you again. I believe tomorrow we have another leader, and that will also be fantastic. So, without further ado, I say good night.
Together for more.
And joy.
And joy.
He said joy last night.
One's out.
One's out.
So,
Last night, everyone.
yes.